The World Public Relations Forum is the Global Alliance signature event, where PR and communication professionals from around the world gather to examine major issues affecting the profession and affected by the profession. What is the legacy of the last two editions of the forum, and what shall we expect from the 2014 edition?
In 2010, the World Public Relations Forum in Stockholm had a legacy document called the Stockholm Accords. And the Stockholm Accords sets the benchmark for public relations and communication management, in that it defines the activities that we're involved in broad terms, and it also defines what the contribution of communication is to organisations. And building on that, in Melbourne in 2012 we have the Melbourne Mandate, and the Melbourne Mandate describes really an aspiration for the role of communications in organisations, building on the benchmark that was set in Stockholm. So, what's going to happen in Madrid in 2014? Well, there's a story that's developing here really. We have the benchmark, we have the aspiration, but those documents were really about public relations examining its own role. So now what we need to do is look externally. So how does public relations contribute in society as a whole? Now we know that organisations are very important in society. Some companies, Google, etc., are bigger than nations, and they're becoming increasingly important in our world. And some of the issues that are now impacting on us as a society, issues of migration, water shortage, or climate change, are really being taken seriously by organisations. So, what has communication got to do with this? Well, what's required, because society is facing some really wicked problems, is a new model of leadership, which takes organisations just beyond business for business. It's already moving in that direction anyways, thinking, and at that heart of the leadership model is communication. Because we now live in an age where there are new accountabilities, where there have to be new transparencies, where everybody is a stakeholder, and organisations are having to respond not just to questions about their own business, but they're having to respond to accountabilities which are driving them to answer the question, how are you contributing to society? Because everything an organisation does communicates, whether it's words or actions or its structures or its processes. So through that whole leadership piece in communication, we believe that public relations can be a transformatory force, both within the organisation, making it live, work, its values, which is the work that we did in Melbourne, but then looking outwards. What are our responsibilities beyond our own borders? So that's really what we're going to do in Madrid.